Hey, hey guys, possessing place by giving us a focus on what's happening. But I got a set 2, and also I got a new charge on my laptop, so now it's charging again. I won't have ventilation problems anymore. Well, sorry about the two Halo stuff, I can't re-edit them. I thought about them, but I found I didn't have enough time to re-edit them or do them. So it's basically pretty good. So, yep. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're now in the lair of Dr. John, the evil's lair. Evil villain's lair.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
Yes, apparently Japan goes in your eyes, when your eyes become white. That ain't so weird in Japan. I'm joking. Like, comment, subscribe.
Substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
Yeah.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
So, career politician, hero politician. Maybe it sounds like perfect and 0.14 level powers. I kind of like it, honestly.
And on to our next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives.
Yeah, you kind of like how evil politician,
Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
This is pretty good, honestly.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
We might be well informed, honestly.
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard back.
Yep.
You figured out who's behind all this?
Yeah, who
Akechi
is?
accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido. Feels like I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I know, me too.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
A high-ranking politician.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Probably.
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns.
Not true.
He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity.
Yeah.
On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
Yeah. We take that one as a government.
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
Probably yes. It's like a breakdown why we came out of nowhere and probably used us to help push himself to victory.
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
Yeah, he's a politician.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
Yeah, but he's probably causing.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. realm.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in this. Just based on
Yeah.
the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido.
Yep.
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had.
Yep. It's
He
true.
just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns.
Yeah.
So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties.
Yeah, this is basically like inside the metaverse, basically. This makes sense for some see we have with might be more putting a canon, but like a canon there are about a couple of episodes in place for most of them like maybe involved Campbell happened many years ago, but it makes sense that something like resources eventually.
Boss was one of those parties.
Yeah.
I would never have imagined all of this was connected.
Yeah.
The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Yeah.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
Yeah, maybe we're joking.
What's going to happen if this country of Shido becomes prime minister? What about the world?
Probably Japan probably would. Not much so probably Cuban much. Well, you can start saying one gets away, so you can probably want to like chill for a while. Likely
The issue is
dies.
simpler than that.
Yeah.
This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
Yeah, and when assassinating comments on the enemies, protection, more protection are useless.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard.
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Agreed.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for prime minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Maybe the Parliament building or the Congress in America.
We got a hit!
We have basically a Parliament building.
Arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Yes. We have to. We could catch the boss and catch by sound of the wind. And catch the into more than a boss, it would be.
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
Would be.
Let's win this together.
Oh yeah.
For revenge.
This is pretty nice honestly.
Then it's
Yeah.
unanimous.
Great.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
Yep.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Agreed.
Should we start tomorrow then? Well, we can meet at the Diet Building after school.
Well, if it were one TV show I have, if I won't find for another 10 years, probably.
Reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
Yeah.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
Yeah, no.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed.
Yeah.
What frightening teenagers.
Yeah, well, yeah, no.
But the true battle has only just begun.
Agreed.
We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Agreed.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
No.
These people tried to stop and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
Meanwhile, Dr. Evil left.
It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you were the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Nice.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Yeah, we know your plans.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion.
Whoa. Things fucked up.
He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals.
Yeah, because it is creepy and suspicious all hell.
Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you.
Dang.
And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Yep.
Your popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger.
Good.
After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. And the fact that we're blind. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned.
Wow.
The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
Wow.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided.
Okay.
That is my duty as the chosen one.
Hey, yeah, he's a
This has
physical.
been very influential in making this proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control conscripts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. This will be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far.
Thank you, Mona.
And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido one way or the other.
But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
Yeah, I see.
I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Well, how do I put this?
No wait, I think. Oh well. Good.
Well then. Nice.
Let's do it.
Alright guys, found me to save again. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Well,
basically I asked info I will pop it with level 7.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna head back then.
Like, see, it's pretty fun, honestly. But with this F-Synth was playing some more of the crap going on. Maybe it's a lot, honestly. See. Yeah, apparently super villain could become a hero. Really suppose villain who gets you for your lucky assassin called Seton constantly. Standard towers, unleashed. Oh, it's just for show and tell, seeing it like that. Non vogliamo aiutare un po'.
Cut that out!
Yeah, I think. You know, family birthday. Maybe similar to the same.
Okay.
That's a lot. Honestly. Everyone else, yay. But I could come back. Probably yes. Yeah, pretty much. Some have to work, some food, and walk in more. Probably a few hundred biovillages. Dang.
Well then.
What is it?
Craft the plan. I guess I grew up here all day long. I wouldn't get to the palace. I won't. Besides. Let me wait. iPad wait.
Guess she isn't here.
That's good.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long.
Quite to be celebrating.
We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
Conditions have not been met. What about a mansion?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
Imperial Palace? It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we
Yeah, I know, me too. It's okay. Nice Batman maybe in the place for a while.
Do you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier?
I don't think that's possible.
Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
I don't think so.
Who knows? I've got no idea.
I don't think impossible honestly doesn't make sense. That's why we made a series up for it.
Notes I saw.
But I couldn't.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him.
Yes.
Excuse me. I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance, his dedication for country, is how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplary answer.
Yep.
It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Yeah, pretty much. This is kind of slogan.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
We better get the hell out of here.
Wait, is it about us?
Let's see.
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once.
Good.
Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
We should all think about this tonight.
Good. Bye.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more.
I am super not to human regular Palpatine. Just saying, I'm just saying stuff honestly. Many of us for here now. Thank you a lot, guys.